Oh, there was a blow up over there, guys. Oh my gosh! Did you see that? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Cross Country Bank Angler. Back at it again today. Out here at this wading lake. I made a few videos here before, and I'm gonna give it another shot today. You know, this is usually a good spot if I just want to go out and catch some bass, some largemouth bass. So that's kind of the plan today. I was hoping to do some topwater fishing out here. You know, last year around this time, well, maybe like a month earlier in like August, you know, it's like early September now, there was an insane topwater bite out here. I mean, the fish were, you could just see them. I think they were keyed in on dragonflies. They were leaping out of the water, chasing insects and birds. So we were able to get some insane topwater action in the middle of a hot day here around that time. So I was hoping that I could come back here and repeat that experience. But things are looking a little different out here. I'm just looking out, and you know, this lake's very weedy, it's very clear, and the water is noticeably lower, guys. Almost like a foot lower. So I've never actually seen the lake out here quite this low before. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect the fishing, if it's going to affect, you know, where the fish are going to be located today. We're going to start off with topwater and see if we can get any strikes on it, but that really may not be the key at all today. I haven't seen any aggressive, you know, bass blow-ups or anything like that yet. There are some birds and stuff flying low over the water, so there are some potential targets for the fish, but I haven't seen any kind of reactions to them yet. So we're gonna maybe try some spots around the lake that I, you know, haven't hit in a while, or that are maybe a little different, a little deeper water, to see if we can figure out the fish today. So we're gonna try to start off with topwater, and if that doesn't work, then maybe we'll downsize or try just some subsurface lures and see if we can get the fish that way. So that's really the game plan today. You know, it's September, it can be kind of a tricky time of year for fishing. But, you know, this spot is usually pretty reliable. I can usually catch a few bass out here. You never know until you throw. So, let's go. So today we've got kind of, I guess I would say partly cloudy conditions. There's definitely a chance of some thunderstorms rolling in later today. Actually a pretty good chance, so that could you know, affect the amount of time we're going to be able to fish today. Don't like to be out during a storm, but gonna give it a shot. Hopefully we can get some fish on the bank today. All right, people, we are kind of at the far side of the lake. I'm seeing some activity in the water over here, pretty far off, but there's just like kind of random ripples. I don't know exactly what that could be, if that's fish or something else. Well, like I said, this water is super low right now. I'm back here at this far side, and I'm not sure if this was the right move. I might really need to go back around to some deeper water. I'm looking here, and there's lots of grass growing up close to the surface, and I don't have a very good lure for grass right now. This is the head and crazy crawler. This is something that's worked well in the past. I'm gonna start making a few casts, guys. I'm really not sure what it's gonna take today. Hopefully a topwater bite is active, but I have my doubts because I just haven't seen any blow-ups or anything that is, you know, unequivocally a fish. I'm using this cheap bait cast reel again today, this $28 reel I got online, the Fish Drops. That's the brand name. SC120RC is the name of this reel. And I used this reel in another video, kind of testing it out. And basically my assessment was, you know, the reel casted all right, but it had a couple, it just wasn't very refined, you know. The spool tension was a little finicky to work with. I think we need to get out further into the water, guys. The frame is kind of bulky, not very, you know, not particularly comfortable to work with. And then also the reel was squealing a lot on the cast. But you know, I put a little bit of oil oops, that wasn't good. But yeah, I put some oil on some of the bearings, you know, the internal bearings, and that does seem to have helped both the spool tension and the noise it was making. It was making a squealing noise on the cast a lot of the time. And it seems like that's gone now. So sometimes just a little bit of TLC can make a difference. They were really loving this thing last year. But they may not be keyed in on insects this time. You know, lakes are always changing. They're never the same. Even a lake like this, where I feel like I can get a reliable bite, can get tough. I mean, last time I was here, it was kind of tough. Oh, there's our first hit, guys. He missed it. Oh, another hit, guys. I'm not quite like committing to it though. They keep missing. All right, guys, so I switched to this weedless buzzbait. This is one that I made myself. This quad plastic blade, Stanley ribbit frog as the trailer here. Watermelon red flake, 5/0 weighted swim bait hook, screw lock. There we go, guys. Got one. I don't think he's very big, but he's not tiny. There we go, guys. First fish of the day. Come here, buddy. All right. That one went for it. Alright guys, first bass of the day. He's not huge, but he's not tiny either. It's about a 12-inch fish. Kind of thin, about average for the lake, but he smashed it. Happy to catch this guy. Hopefully we can get on a little pattern with it. Nice fish. I mean, not amazing, but it's a start, guys. It's definitely a start. All right, let's get him out of here. He smoked it, guys. He smoked it. Thank you, buddy. Woo! Jeez, he's pissed off, I think. Pissed off about that incident. All right, guys. First fish today on topwater. We're making it happen. We let him swim with it for just a second before we set the hook. Sometimes that makes all the difference. Guys, I'm at this spot that I really don't fish most of the time because I don't think I've ever caught anything here, but it's one of the deeper areas. Normally it's at least 4 feet or more, but yeah, it looks a little shallower. I don't think I'll wade from here, but it's just like a little point. It's clearly an area where people like to fish at this lake, so we'll just cast around the buzzbait a little more. I think I'm gonna give it maybe 20 or 30 more minutes, this lure. And if it doesn't work, then it'll be time for another switch, because I've only gotten 2 hits so far. 2 hits on this and 2 hits on the crawler. Oh, there was a blow up over there, guys. Oh my gosh! Did you see that? That fish hit it right in front of me, guys. It's a big one. Oh my gosh. Oh. Get over here. You're caught, buddy. That's a good fish, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh, guys. That fish hit it right in front of me. That's a good one. That's a good bass. That's one of the biggest ones I've caught out of here. Oh my god. Look at that, guys. That's a tank. That's a tank. Can you believe that? Right as I saw a blow up, I was reeling the bait in. He slapped at it, slowed it down a little bit, and he came back and crushed it. Look at the head on that fish. That is a gorgeous bass, guys. That's probably 3 pounds. Let me get the scale out for him. Beautiful fish. Dude. I can't. Oh man, I see another big one. Let me give this fish some water. He's been out for a minute or two. Wow, what a fish, guys. This might be my biggest bass this year. It's close. He's not super fat. Probably a female, actually. Give him a little more water. Hopefully he doesn't thrash out of my hands. He's definitely strong enough too. We've already learned that. All right, throw him on the scale. 3 pounds, 3.46, guys. That's a 3.5 pound bass. Whew, nice fish. Great fish, guys. That one's probably 18 inches. He's not particularly chunky, but he's definitely not unhealthy. All right, people, we just caught a really nice bass on the buzzbait. He hit it right at our feet. Crazy, crazy strike. Let's let him go. Beautiful largemouth. Late summer fishing, guys. You all right, girl? There she goes. Beautiful fish. Thank you, Big Mama. That was old big for sure, guys. All right, guys, I don't know who else fishes out here, but they've been leaving lots of trash behind. Packing out a few. It's the second bottle I've seen that looks relatively new. Guys, when you're out here in the outdoors, just clean up after yourself. It's really not that hard. Respect. There he is, guys. Third fish on the buzzbait. All right. Let's take a look at him, guys. He's not a giant like the last one. Similar to the first, though. He smacked it. And I'll take that, whether it's a big fish or an average size fish. Pretty guy. So that looks like there's some kind of topwater bite happening here. after all, guys. All right, let's let him go, guys. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that strike. Nice, nice. We're just a little bit further down the bank from where we caught that big one. Something you should know, guys, about this lure is that you can get one of your own in my lure store. It's linked in the description of the video. You guys have seen it catch fish, including some big ones. Oh, almost had one, guys. Dang it. Might have set the hook a little too early. I don't think he had the hook yet. Alright guys, I've got this little popper tied on. This is one that I found at a creek earlier this year. Just kind of like a frog or a baby bass pattern. Gonna be trying to fish it fairly fast, casting it to any kind of, you know, possible cover. I think it weighs about a 1/4 ounce. Got the lighter rod tip on right now. But I think this is it, guys. I'm ready to... Don't have too much motivation left. There we go, guys. On the popper, yes. Okay, man. Oh, wow. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since we caught anything. Man, it took me by surprise. Got the front hook. Here we go, guys. It's maybe a 11.5-inch bass, kind of stocky. He smoked it though. It's another fish. All right. Just kind of making our way back around the lake with the popper. We're working it pretty fast, just sort of almost like a walking bait, but this popper doesn't walk that much. But you know, just trying to cover water basically as we make our way back. We're kind of running out of time, running out of energy, but that definitely helps me want to stay a little bit longer. Another one, guys. Took it off the surface. Didn't even move it. All right. Jeez, next cast. One thing I'm noticing, guys, is it's clouding up like a thunderstorm is potentially on the way. They've been calling for thunderstorms. So it could be these bass are, you know, lower light conditions first off. But these bass could be getting kind of, you know, triggered to feed by the change in air pressure that follows a storm. Similar to the last one, guys. 2 and 2 casts. Let's go. Maybe things are turning around here a little bit. Can get a couple more fish to feed. You know, they were really shut down there for a while. But I kept seeing blow-ups. Thank you, fish. So I knew that there were fish still feeding on top. We didn't even work the lure, guys. Maybe we just needed some clouds to roll in. That can be helpful too with top water. Especially when you know the fish are hitting it. All right, people. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. You know, not a bad day at the wading lake today. You know, it was a little bit slow. There were, you know, points where the bite was definitely shutting down or shut down for a while. But, you know, I think you could kind of say today was just like a sort of a top water only fishing challenge. That was really, yeah, that was really what I tried to do today. You know, I really was tempted to slow down, go finesse, or something like that. You know, stick worm, that's worked so well out here. And just, you know, when it got slow, just catch a bunch of fish real fast and in the video. But I decided not to. You know, I swapped to that little popper. First time trying that popper. That's an Ozark Trail. That's the Walmart brand popper. And, you know, it doesn't make a really nice kind of bloop sound like some poppers do, but it does throw some water. And yeah, I was working it back fast there and started getting some hits, and we caught 3 fish on it. The baits that worked today were buzz baits and the popper, and that was it. Caught 3, I think, on the frog inline buzz bait, which is one that I made. You should definitely pick one up if you really liked the look of that lure. You know, we caught a really nice one on that today. 3.46 pounder at my feet, basically, on that thing. It's a killer lure. Link in the video description if you want to go to my lure shop and pick up one for yourself. It was not quite as insanely aggressive, you know, the topwater bite out here as it was last year around August or so, which was when I was fishing here before. This is actually the first time I think I fished this place in September, but it's clear that there is a topwater bite that picks up here around mid to late summer, because yeah, we saw some big blow-ups out here, and we got some nice blow-ups too. I will say though, the hookup ratios were not great today, and part of that, you know, that's just topwater fishing, but you know, we missed some hits on the crazy crawler there. Didn't catch anything on that today, unfortunately. Would have liked to. Maybe if we'd stuck with it a little bit longer, we would have. Also missed several blow-ups on the frog, the inline frog buzz bait. And the part of that was, you know, that lure, it's just a little tough for the hookups. You know, you kind of have to really wait on the hook set, and I think I set it a little bit too soon on some of those fish, or they just didn't have it, you know, all the way in their mouths, something like that. So that's just something that's bound to happen with a single hooked, you know, kind of a weedless lure like that on top. You know, the fish are gonna not get it so well sometimes, or you're gonna miss your hook set. It takes some practice to get that down. Yeah, we caught big fish today, we caught small fish today, we caught some in-between fish. And yeah, it was nice to get out here and catch some late summer bass on topwater. It's definitely the most fun way to catch them, and I'm glad I stuck with it today. I was really tempted there for a second to just start heading back, you know, with the soft plastic and just drag it along in the weeds, and I would have probably caught some fish pretty easily that way, but I'm glad I stuck with the topwater baits because it is a lot more exciting. It just is. It's just a fact. So that being said, if you made it this far into the video, you need to subscribe to Cross Country Bank Angler. Hit that notification bell. We have a video dropping every week on the channel. Bank fishing, lure fishing, bass fishing, multi-species, wading in creeks, ultralight, bait finesse system. Hope to see you next time, and thanks for watching. Peace. There's a fish, guys. Smoked it. Smoked it, guys. This thing is killing it. There we go, guys. It's a long, thin bass. He smashed it, though. Let's let this guy go. Thank you, fish. Smoked it.